It's been about 2 years since we first reviewed the Zenith Z-5RS, and we get so many great questions and comments on it. How is it holding up? Are you still happy with it? Are you the fat Kurt Cobain? Well, we're going to attempt to answer most of those questions and let you know how the Z-5RS is doing after a couple years, and as a conservative estimate, I'd say about 4,000 rounds. First off, let me tell you that I have a very deep, twisted infatuation with the MP5. It's a love affair that goes back to when I was a kid, always noticing this very iconic looking gun in what would seem almost every action movie and TV show. Well, it was love at first sight, and when I got old enough and had enough money, I started collecting the vintage HK roller locks and absolutely loved them. However, as prices continued to go through the roof, I started thinking that maybe I shouldn't shoot my HKs as they were becoming very collectible and valuable. Well, some time passed as I searched for something as good as my genuine HKs, but that I could shoot and not worry if I was hurting my investment. I looked at various clones, and the quality, fit, and finish never quite measured up to the originals. Then Zenith started importing the MKE roller locks, and initially I was impressed. After firing one for the first time, it was over. This is exactly what I had been looking for. One of the reasons that the Zenith lineup is so great is because they aren't really a clone. These are actually built on HK equipment, to HK standards, licensed by HK, like no other MP5 stand-in available. What this is not is a reverse-engineered clone made from some very questionable parts of unknown origin, put together in a basement somewhere just so someone could make a buck selling you something that looks like an MP5, but functions like a square wheel running down railroad tracks. Make no mistake, the Zenith is quality, both in appearance and function. Not only will it look just as sexy as the original MP5, but it will function, well, just like an original HK MP5. If you're looking for the true roller lock experience, the Z-5RS will deliver it at a price lower than that of a genuine HK. Another thing to keep in mind is that these are as close to the military version as you can get, since MKE in Turkey was licensed by HK to make these for military use, not some softened up version that has been made for civilian use. I also really like this configuration that Zenith brings to the US in the Z-5RS with the 8.9-inch barrel. This to me is the iconic look and size from the movies and video games, and was never available to civilians from HK in the United States. Zenith also has versions of the K model with the shorter barrel, and they do import the roller delayed design chambered in 5.56 as well. As you can see, since the last video, I finally got mine SBR'd, added an A3 style collapsible stock, and a wide forearm, which gives me the classic legendary appearance that I was after. This stock, if you've never seen it, is awesome, and it works extremely well. I love the way it collapses into the frame of the gun. It's just another feature of the many features on this gun that was decades ahead of its time. I can also say that all the genuine HK parts and accessories that I have tried on my Zenith Z-5RS have fit and functioned flawlessly, just the way they would have on an authentic HK. I know that in my original video I said that I didn't think HK would ever get back into selling roller locks in the States, and you can all stop messaging me and telling me I know that HK is now selling the SP5K. While I'm sure the SP5K is a great gun, and I'll probably pick one up in the future at some point because you can never have too many roller locks, But let me show you in about 10 seconds a couple things the Z-5RS can do that the HK can't. In case you didn't catch that, I attached a suppressor and changed the mag with the paddle mag release, as God intended for the MP5. Two things that are sadly not possible on at least the current HK offering as it comes out of the box. Zenith has made it extremely easy to attach suppressors with two methods. First off, you have the classic HK style 3-lug. I absolutely love this. There's nothing quicker. Just line up the lugs, press down, quarter turn, and you're attached. Don't have a 3-lug adapter? No worries. The Zenith Z-5RS also has standard 1/2 by 28 threads for any direct thread mount. It's going to take a little bit longer than the 3-lug, but will work out just as well. Shooting the Zenith suppressed is like a dream. It's extremely quiet, I believe due to the tight fit of all the components. And if you listen carefully, you can even hear the rollers on the bolt working. For an MP5 nut like myself, this is just like Nirvana. Along with the paddle mag release and the 3-lug adapter, you'll also get a 2-pin lower, another feature that had to be omitted from the German imports. Another thing that I really like about the Zenith is everything they give you in the box included with the gun. You'll get a rail that you can attach to the gun for attaching optics. However, at least for me, the iron sights are so accurate, and I actually like the clean look without the optic, that I just run mine with the irons. You'll also get some extra pins, which is handy in case you lose them during cleaning, and actually 3 magazines, which is huge, especially when most of the competition only gives you 1. So I know that some people out there don't want to buy any guns imported from Turkey right now because they don't agree with the politics of the current administration, and I totally understand that. I'm not a fan of what's currently going on in Turkey right now either. However, I wouldn't want to punish the people working in the plants over there, or the good people that work for Zenith here in the States that import these guns because of what the leader of Turkey is doing. We don't really agree with Russia's politics, yet many people, including myself, are upset that Russian AKs are currently banned from import. This may surprise some, but I don't agree with the Nazis' political views either, yet I have several of their guns as well. I guess what I'm getting at is if the product is good and it's available, at least for me, I'd buy it. Because at the very least, you're supporting the many jobs here in the States for the people that do the importing. The Zenith Z series is still the closest thing you can get to a genuine Heckler & Koch MP5, with all the features as it was intended. I now have more rounds through the Zenith than I do any of my HKs, and I can say that it is holding up extremely well. It's taken all the punishment I could dish out, and it just asks for more. The gun is still crazy accurate, and the ergonomics, well, in my eyes, there isn't a gun with better ergonomics made. All the competition can do is try and emulate it. The MP5 may be an older design, but a gun this good is timeless. When you shoot this gun that was first made back in 1966, you're not shooting it because it's a historical relic and you want to see what it was like back then. Far from a relic, the MP5 design is still a major competitor amongst all the new subguns and what all the other subguns are measured against. Now, if Zenith could just bring the 10mm version to the United States, my life would be complete. Interested in getting a Zenith Z series pistol? Check out my friends at Nichols Outfitters in Pelham, Alabama. They have them in stock, and if you don't live in Alabama, don't worry, they'd be happy to ship one out to you. They can also help you out with suppressors or any other Class 3 item, and they have a huge selection of in-stock firearms, so be sure to check them out in the store or on Gunbroker. If you want to see our full review of the Zenith Z-5RS, I'll put a link in the description. Also, be sure to check out the other links in the description. That's the best possible way to help support Alabama Arsenal. Be sure to shop at Brownells for all your shooting needs, and check out Grunt Style Clothing. Thank you guys so much for watching.